Rocket, a baby raccoon, becomes a highly evolved experiment to create a counter-Earth inhabited by anthropomorphic animals. He befriends three of High Evolution's other subjects, Lyra, Teef, and Floor. Rocket, who has shown intelligence and aptitudes beyond those of other animals, deduces a flaw in the anthropomorphic process, angering the advanced evolutionists. They later learn that they are not part of the new Earth after the advanced evolutionists have perfected the anthropomorphic formula. Suspicious of an escape attempt, the High Evolutionary kill Lyra, Teefus, and Floor, and Rocket beats him up before fleeing. Years later, the Guardians of the Galaxy establish their home on the rebuilt Nowhere. The night they settle in, they are attacked by Adam Warlock. Warlocks are super powerful beings created as revenge by their mother, Sovereign Empress Aisha, for plundering her people. They are ordered to take Rocket to the High Evolved. High Evolvers are obsessed with reclaiming their targets in order to isolate and reproduce Rocket's intelligence. During the battle, Rocket is badly injured, and the kill switch built into him renders the Guardian unable to tend to his wounds. The team decides to go to Orgoscope, the headquarters of the highly evolved company Orgocorp, in hopes of finding the bypass code. With the help of the Ravagers and a reluctant 2014 Gamora, the Guardians invade the Orgosphere and retrieve Rocket's files. However, they are attacked by Orgosphere guards and escape in the nick of time after Peter Quill remotely activates the guards' jetpacks. They deduce that one of the High Evolution scientists, Teal, may have stored the override code in memory, and decide to track it down. Against Gamora's advice, the team follows Aisha and Adam to the Counter-Earth. With the help of a family of bat-like humanoids, Quill, Nebula, and Groot track Teal to a High Evolution ship, while Drax and Mantis remain with Gamora and Rocket. Quill and Groot board the High Evolution ship, leaving Nebula behind. Mantis reluctantly accompanies Drax on a High Evolution ship, which is imprisoned with Quill and Groot on board, destroying Counter-Earth in the process. Gamora stays with Rocket, but she is attacked by pig warriors sent by High Evolution. When Warlock arrived looking for the locket, he himself was killed as well. Gamora overpowers Adam and launches the Guardian's ship. Quill and Groot successfully defeat the High Evolutionary's forces and kill Teal, jumping off with him and retrieving his memory before Gamora meets them. Meanwhile, believing Quill and Groot are still on board, Nebula, Mantis, and Drax board the High Evolutionary's ship to rescue them, and a weakened Adam senses that his mother is in danger but is too late to save her. On the Guardian's ship, Rocket flatlines and has a near-death experience, where he is met by Lilla, Teefs and Floor, who tell him that his time has not yet come before Quill successfully implements the override code and revives him. Mantis, Nebula, and Drax come across hordes of imprisoned children on the High Evolutionary's ship before being captured themselves, and placed in a chamber with obelisks. Mantis is able to persuade the obelisks to side with them, and the three escape the chamber before reuniting with the Guardians and overpowering the High Evolutionary's army. Kraglin and Cosmo arrive at Nowhere, where Cosmo uses his telekinesis powers with the help of Nebula and Kraglin to link to the High Evolution's ship so they can free the trapped children. Rocket discovers a herd of baby raccoons and other experimental animals, but is attacked by deranged highly evolved creatures trying to free them before they can be rescued by the Guardians. The highly evolved must die on board until the animals can be rescued and boarded Nowhere with most of the Guardians. After failing to hold the ship long enough for Cosmo to board it, Quill narrowly escapes and begins to freeze in space before being rescued by Adam. The Guardians decide to disband. Before leaving for Earth, Quill gave Rocket the title of Captain of the Warden. Mantis embarks on a journey of self-discovery with Obelisk. Gamora reunites with the Ravagers, while Nebula and Drax remain on Nowhere to raise the rescued children. In the credits scene, Captain Rocket is seen in command of a new Guardians of the Galaxy made up of grown-up Groot, Adam, Cosmo, and Fira, while Vel, Kraglin, and Blurp are on new missions, or preparing for post-credits scene. Quill reunites with her grandfather.